In the previous section, we have learned how to secure our web application using Spring Security. We have also implemented user login functionality. But we need to update some existing functionality with the support for logged in users. So as I discussed in the initial URL shortener application features, we need to allow the logged in users to be able to create private short URLs, and also they can customize how many days the short URL can expire. So we are going to update the existing feature. One is in create short URL feature, we are going to add is it private and custom expiry in days. And also we have implemented the feature where given a short URL, we are redirecting the user to the original URL. But what if we have given a short URL and right now we did not check anything like is it private URL, and if it is so, we should only ensure that the logged in user is the owner of this one. Otherwise, we should not allow them to access it. So we are going to update these two features based on the current logged in user information. Okay, let's get started. So currently in our index.html, we have this form where we can enter original URL and then submit to create a short URL. So we are only taking the input for original URL, right? But we also need to add two additional fields, expiration in days and also is it private or not. Okay, and we are conditionally adding those two fields in the form based on if the current user already authenticated, then only we are going to show these two fields in the form. So let us add this namespace. So it is going to be security / extra spring security. Okay, so we are conditionally showing these two additional fields. Okay, and right now in our form we only have original URL. We do not have expiration in days, is private fields. So let us add them. So in our form right now we have only original URL, right? So I'm going to add boolean is private and also long, or it can be integer only, expiration in days. Also we can add minimum, it should be minimum 1, and also it can be maximum of 365 days. Okay, so these, remember here we are not saying not null because these two can be optional. So for a logged in user, we are going to show this and they can provide the values. For guest users, we won't show these fields, so they can be null. So that's why I'm not adding not null here. So but here if this field is shown to the logged in user, then they can optionally select these values. Otherwise, they can also leave the expiration in days input empty and we can take it as null. Okay, so that's why I'm not adding not null for these two fields. Okay, now we have this. Next, let us go to the controller. And here you can see it is already showing an error because earlier we have only original URL. Now we are going to make it as is private false by default, and also we are going to keep expiration in days also final null. Okay, so that is it. Next, once the form is filled and then submitted, we are creating a create short URL command. Okay, again let us add same fields, boolean is private, integer, expiration in days. In addition to these two, we should also add user ID because it can be null for guest users, but if a authenticated user created it, we will have user ID. Okay, so now again going back here, it is going to show this error. Let us fill this information. So it's form dot is private, form dot expiration in days, and we need to get the current logged in user information. Earlier, we have just added this and then we check the value during debugging. So right now, let us go ahead and add another method to return public log get current user ID. So here we will get the current user calling this method, and if it is null, if it is not null, we are going to return the ID, otherwise we are going to return null. So what we can do, let us remove this, and here we are going to call log user ID equals to current user. That can also be null because the same handler can be called from guest user also, but we can pass it to here. Okay, now we created this object, and then let us see if we need to make any changes in the service. So in the service create short URL method, let us see, earlier we have set created by null and also private to false and also expires to default value. Okay, now we need to conditionally change these three things. Let us check if the command has user ID not equals to null. Okay, so first let us check equals to null, and then we are going to leave these three things as it is. Otherwise, here we need to set created by with user ID value. Here we have, right, we are going to fetch and then set it. So let us call short URL dot set created by, and we are going to call user repository dot find by ID and pass that, or else throw, no, we should, okay, if we received a user ID, it should be existing, otherwise we should throw an exception. And then what about the private? We should set it to short URL dot set is private. So here I'm going to set it, this can be null, so I'm going to check. If it is null, I'm going to set it to false, otherwise whatever value we receive, we can. So IntelliJ is suggesting to simplify this. So this can be null, and if it is null, then we need to consider, if it is null, we need to set it to false, otherwise we need to set whatever value we receive. Okay, so finally short this expiration date, we can also do the similar check. Here we can check whether expiration days is received as null. If it is not null, we are going to add whatever the days we have received as days, otherwise we are going to set it to null. So basically we are just checking, we are assuming that if we receive this command dot user ID not equals to null, we are setting what we received from the form. Okay, so this is all we need to do. Now let us start our application and see. Okay, now I have not yet logged in, so I'm only seeing this original URL. Now I'm going to log in as admin. So here we have used invalid property name. So let's change our, okay, so let us refresh. So basically this should be same as the property names in our command object. So now let us go back and let us log in. So here you can see, in addition to original URL, when I logged in addition to the original URL, we are also seeing this expiration in days, private. You can select if you want to create only private. So now Here you can see only public URLs will be shown here. So first let us create, let's say for spring.io expiration days, let us put it as only 2 days, and let's not check this private URL. Okay, let's create it. So it got created. Here also you can see, and we are able to create 28, and then only 2 days we have added to expire date. Okay, so by default, if you are a guest, you don't have this option, and it's going to be 30 days automatically. You are going to your short URL is going to expire in 30 days. But if you are logged in, you can set custom expiration date. So what about private URL? Again, let's just use the same one and ignore expiration, and let's create a private URL. Okay, now if I click on it, it's going to create this, but here you won't see that because this is not a public URL. We have created a private one, but we should be able to access this, right? Yeah, we are able to access, but we have created a private URL. And what if I can access this without logging in? Let's open this incognito window, and I'm able to access it. Even though it is private, without logging in, I can access. Why? Because we have not considered the private field while redirecting the user to long original URL. Here we are just taking it and then accessing the URL and then showing it. We are not checking whether the current user have access to it or not. We are not considering if it is private, is it allowed or not. So let us update that one. Here let us get same login user ID like this, and also pass that to access URL method. Okay, so here we have user ID. So this can be null. Here what we are doing, we are checking first whether the short URL exists for the given short key, and also we are checking whether it is expired or not. After that, let us compare that, like, okay, if it is not equals to null, okay, if it is not equals to null and short URL created by is not equals to null, and so here first we are checking whether the given short URL, if it is private, we are checking created by ID. If it is not equals to null, not equals to user ID, given user ID. So here IntelliJ is suggesting to use null safe object equals. Okay, so let's use that, and we are here verifying if it is a private URL, it should be owned by this logged in user ID. Otherwise, we are going to return optional of empty. Okay, let us verify this scenario as well. So now this is a private URL and I can access. Okay, right now I'm not able to access because I have not logged in. Okay, so if I log in, admin, so if I logged in, I can access this URL. But if I go to a incognito window, if I try to access it, it is showing short URL not found or expired because I have not yet logged in. So this is how we can protect the private URLs and enable accessing that only from the current logged in user who is the owner of it. Okay, so I think we have implemented both of our scenarios considering the login user information. Right now, we are displaying all the public URLs at once. We are not using page injection. So imagine if you have thousands or millions of short URLs, obviously we should not be displaying all of them at once. So in the next section, we are going to work on displaying a paginated list of URLs here with pagination bar. So stay tuned and thanks for watching. Bye bye.